Yeah. I call that the Christian's dilemma. Because although we know we're supposed to be loving, be kind, be patient with our friends, tomorrow's not promised. Heaven and hell is real. We recognize the gospel is serious. And it's this trying to find a balance of, oh yeah, pray on it, take your time. You don't gotta come to church with me. I want you to. And then being nervous of, what if today was their last day? With the lifestyle that they're living. And it's not us saying we don't remember how that was. We just know that, hey, heaven and hell is real. And I didn't want to just love you on earth. It's not that I make it and I'm good. Like there's no real believer that can say, as long as I get it, I'm cool, forget my friends. Nah, maybe that wasn't really your friends for real. So for me, like that's the dilemma I feel like we all struggle with. It's like we want to be patient. Like I saw this Instagram post that was like, y'all don't understand. It's not that we're trying to post all this stuff in your face. It's just we're really in love with Jesus, but we also know how serious this is. This is not no joke. Like I know we used to do that together. Like my boy used to always be like, yo, like I miss all the stuff we used to do. And I'm like, yo, no, for real, I understand. It's just that this is a real place that I'm in my life, and I really want to invite you in on it too, because at the end of the day, it's not just about our friendship, it's about your salvation. And so that's why I think that's the Christian dilemma. What I will say is, this is why it pays for us to really have a relationship with God and really get to know God. And all of us put on our evangelism hat instead of waiting for the pastor or someone in the fivefold to be able to reel them in. We got to be able to talk to our people. Like one thing about me, I'm so down for a cool car ride. You chill with me, you chill in my office, you chill wherever we at. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you don't believe. I don't care if you atheist. We're going to talk about God. And it's not forced. It's just authentically. People get around me and it's going to come up. So to me, like my job is to make sure I can communicate to people where they're at. I have to, I got to be able to break this down. I got to be able to spoon feed this person something that they can get. But then there's the other layer of it is, this is why it's so important to have Holy Spirit, powerful, active churches where, no, if I invite you to this service and it may be my only chance at getting your attention, I know for a fact you're going to have an encounter with God. Like that's why it pays to have churches that are really doing this thing for real. Like, although, yes, everybody's got a different cup of tea. Not everybody's church is for everybody, but it's just, like, I don't know who out there can say it, but if you can say it, you're probably in a good place when you can say, I'm excited to invite my unbelieving friends to church. That's how confident I am in the services we have. To me, that's powerful. Like when you can say to yourself, I don't know if you should go to my church, like something's wrong. Something's wrong. And I think that is a part of the dilemma too, where it's like, you ever bring your friend to church and you worship and you look at them like, you want to make sure, lift your hands, come on. God, get them, Lord. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's like, it is such a journey, but I think, again, it helps. It helps when we are living this thing for real. We got to be an example. We got to work on our communication. Everybody's called to be an evangelist. Everybody. Everybody that believes in God was sent out to go spread that message. We're all going to do it in different ways. That's why you may not hoop and holler. You may not huff and puff. You may not play an organ or a keyboard. You may not stand behind a pulpit, but you're an evangelist. You get what I'm saying? And so I feel like with those friends, a lot of time that resentment, a lot of time that judgment that they be feeling is projection. I've tried to communicate to my friends mad times, I'm not judging you. I'm not, but they're hearing from a different set of ears. We have to be gentle and more sensitive to remember that they don't have the Holy Spirit. So we were just like them before. But when we had the Holy Spirit, that's what I'm saying. Here goes to you can't explain what's changing in you because it's God. It's God the one working in us. And so for me, like I have to always remember how it's not that they don't get it, they're not supposed to get it. And until to God be the glory whenever he chooses to touch them in that way. Again, that's why we want to pray for our friends. We want to communicate with our friends. We want to help them understand. But then we want to be patient with them and remember we were in their position. What would we not want to hear if we was high right now or drunk right now. You know what I'm saying? How would we need to hear that for it to make sense to somebody that's from the hood? They don't know nothing about this and that. Shoot, he was raised Muslim. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it gets different. Everybody's friend groups are so different, but I think those are some things I would say. Our communication and our articulation of the gospel, making sure we have some alive, active churches that we can be confident to invite them to, but then being patient with them and remembering that they're not ever going to really hear it the right way. And it's always going to take us to be more sensitive and more patient to deliver what it is we're trying to say. Like, that's me. I remember, like, me and my boys used to always get high. And I swear, like, it was almost as, because I was so passionate, I forgot how to communicate to people who smoke weed. And I had to remember, Al, don't be weird about this thing. And so the journey continues.